Welcome, welcome to the dungeon, and this is Black and White's Volume 4, and you're gonna love this piece. It looks really cool. Definitely some more masking is going on here. I feel like I, in the past, have been very over influenced by people, and I want to be able to use my life as an influence for the work that I do and my feelings about life and just the things that I enjoy the most. Okay, so I think that really says it all. So I am going to go ahead and we'll start this bead up and make sure again that you have those stringers ready, flame workers. And if you're not a flame worker, then just enjoy the ride, and we'll see you afterwards. Okay, well, here I am with my white rod of color that will be my base color here. And I'm just going to start by doing my initial wraps lengthwise up the mandrel so I can get the size or the width of the bead that I need right off the bat. And then I will roll it out. I'm adding a little bit more glass to make the shape that I'm going for, which is kind of like a football shape. And I'm going to start heating that up, being careful not to overheat those edges. Most of my heat is right on the inside, and I'm going to add a little bit more white because I want this to be a larger bead. I don't usually add to the very edges, but I'll add like 3 wraps in the middle and an extra one in the center if I need it. Again, just to follow the shape that I'm looking for. And then gently heating that up. I don't want the white to become completely transparent. That's important here. I'm just looking to heat the outside. All right, let's start our pattern. We're going to start, like always, with black, and we are going to add this black in the equator of the bead. I think I put 5, maybe 4 or 5. All right, I believe it's 4, and now I'm going to add the bottom dots, and I am trying to make them all the same size here. I have that little cast off method that I show you in an upcoming episode, but here I am very evenly heating these dots in, very evenly. I don't really want one dot to get hotter than the other, and at some point everything heats up all at once, and then immediately I come out and let that cool down, and I will begin my next color. And this is kind of a Harlequin pattern. At least it could be the starting of one. And what I'm doing is I'm making sure that when I push that white down, I'm pushing it slightly over the black. And here I am adding just some small dots within the black dot for a slightly different pattern. When you overlap one color with another, it has different effects, especially with black and white. The effects are amazing, and I'm just gently heating this up, finishing in the center, and letting that cool down, and seeing what pattern I come up with. I like the way that looks, so I'm going to grab my black, a stringer here, and add some smaller dots to the very bottom of just the white. And then because I'm heating up the side, that's where I want that black to pull into. I don't want it to pull into the main part of the bead. I want it to pull down into the bottom. So I am heating those edges really well. Okay, my next black rod is going to add a dot in the center of each one of these little white dots that I created. This is in real time. And then I will slowly heat those small dots in until they are completely incorporated into the bead. Just taking my time and really rolling gently. You can see how gently I'm rolling. I think you'll be able to notice when it gets back up to 3 times the speed. Like right here. Okay, so we're gonna add a little tiny white dot just on the edge of that black dot, but not on the outer edge, just within that black dot. And I'll do the same with these little, they're almost like eyeballs in a way. I'm gonna add that white, and the white is actually as close to the bottom of the pattern that I can get. And now I'm getting really small and adding some tiny dots onto that white dot. And all these little dots need to be heated up at the same time, so that's why I add them all at once. Okay, so we're gonna add a few more dots and reheating, always reheating. This is real time again, adding those dots very slowly. And then for my final bit of pattern, I'm going to add 3 small dots to each of those larger white dots. And it does take time to build these up, any of these patterns. All right, let's hurry it up here. And now it's a nice full reheat, a gentle reheat, and we shall be done. Awesome. That looks great. This is kind of an off-the-cuff pattern, but I love it. Okay, it's later on, and I pulled the bead out of the oven, and it looks really cool. So let me show you real quick. I love these ends. Those ends are, well, you'll see it. You'll see it in a little bit. So I'm going to take this upstairs and give it a good clean out, and then I shall present it to you in all its glory. Okay, so I'm ready to clean this out. I have my Dremel tool ready with the diamond taper drill bit, and I'm just going to gently go in and smooth out and clean out just any of that bead release that's been left over inside the bead. And it's going to look great. I'll check the ends here. They look good. And woohoo! That's a beauty. It's a keeper.